T-bird stacking. Just getting things a little set up. I was going to run behind schedule here. Oh, look at that. Is that all set to go, is it? Um, Over on my laptop, just making sure my volume's turned down so I don't get no feedback. Okay, that looks good. Alrighty. I'm forgetting something. Let me see. Looks like I got two people waiting. One might be Mishy. I think he was out there just before, half hour before. Chew was out here. He was an early bird. So was a Mishy Stacker. He was out here. Oh, let's see. Okay, I got my furnace over there. That. Oh, alrighty. Let's see. Oh, I got two likes. Capital Currency. Hi, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Just getting things going here. Waiting for a few people to show up. Trying to get organized. I didn't know whether I would make it on the exact time or not. I've done quite a few live streams, but this is the very first one I've scheduled, and I use my phone to do my streaming from. I've got my laptop over there. I'm eventually going to get a camera for just YouTubing, so I can stay away from there. But I don't know if I know you've checked out a few of my things here, but let's give you a little tour of my studio here. I got cabinet back there. We got a lot of boxes in here, and there's the actual furnace, which I haven't opened yet, which I want to do it during a live stream. I wanted to do it last week, but I had a lot of things going on. But this is my YouTube studio, and got a lot of my things going on back there. Hey, Fed Harrison, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And give it a few more minutes, and I'll probably pop that unopened box over there. I'll start talking a little bit about what I'm going to be doing here. Like I said, I got a few things. This has been a planned thing even before. I mean, I wanted to melt metals, copper and silver, even way before I started my channel this past June. Of course, I've got a map gas torch with an automatic handle. I got some fire bricks here, and actually, I got a nice pair of leather gloves already. But I guess in that furnace that I got comes with a pair of gloves. That's kind of nice. But I have a box right there as well that I got back in 2022. I think it was around October. And I got some crucibles in there, and I've got some graphite molds that are in there. And like I said, I've always wanted to start a channel on stacking. Don't get me wrong. Back in 2014, I got a YouTube channel, and I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Years went by, and I watched a lot of people's streams. I watched a lot of street tips. I mean, look here on my thing. Well, it's Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to try to keep tabs on who comes in and out of here. But like I said, I watch a lot of street tips. I bought lot of melting metals. I grew up at a garage. I've done a lot of work with torches. I've got a degree in auto body mechanics. When I went to school, I can MIG weld, TIG weld, gas weld. I do everything. I've done everything with welding. Now I don't do it currently a whole lot. I mean, if I do anything, I do a little bit of using torches to heat up nuts and bolts and taking them off, and maybe a little bit of brazing or something like that. But I've worked with molten metal before, not pouring. But like I was saying, I started my YouTube channel in 2014. I kept putting it off, putting it off. I finally got it going this year. I wanted to wait till I retired. Got another 3 more years, I'll be retired. And earlier this year, I said, why am I waiting? I was a little nervous and a little scared to take the plunge, and I took the plunge in June. I've grown quite a bit since then. I'm glad I did, because within the next 3 years, I plan on, trying to build a larger and larger audience with subscribers like such as yourselves. You're my extended family. And I biggest stacker, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. And I consider you all, part of my extended family. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I try to get to everybody's channels. I've got a lot of people I subscribe to. It is very difficult at times, especially when I have work schedule and me working second shift. Come home, go to bed, get up mid morning, get ready, go back to work day in, day out. It's like Groundhog's Day. If you go through my channel and you watch my very first video, it's about a groundhog. And it's, to me, it's kind of iconic because it's Groundhog's Day for me every single day. But I really want to be able to work towards retirement and get this going and get this off the ground and do pouring, do my metal stacking. Um, Not sure. I got 5 people in here. I don't know if that's quite accurate or not, because I've seen it to where I've got like, oh, I got 6. I've seen it where I've got so many on my phone that I look up Mrs. T-Bird's phone. And she shows I have like 9 or 10. It's YouTube's a little goofy. But anyways, let's take a look at what's in this box right here. I'm gonna take this, and I'm a little ways away. I'm not gonna try to do a face reveal. A few of you have had face reveals, but just so I just want to show everybody that this isn't something I pulled out of my hat just in the last few months. Like I said, I think you all can look back and know when I started my channel was in June. But here is a sheet that I got from PC Jewelers Tools and Supply. I got this from eBay. I crossed my name out. Um, Let me see. I know there's got to be a date in here, but this is. Let me see if you can read that. Melting crucible dish set with borax and whip tongs. Um, I know there's got to be. Oh, here is that the date right there. But just so you guys can see, this isn't something I just pulled out of my hat. This is the order date was November 7th, 2022. This is something I planned on doing because it's something I enjoy doing. It brings me joy. I love to do stuff like that. I love to collect coins. I love to collect silver. Uh, there's a lot of different. I just recently got into the copper rounds. I never really cared too much for copper, but I do have a lot of copper, and these are limited edition to 10,000. And I got 2 of these off eBay through a link that I seen on My Silver Journey. They're awesome, and I'm not too big on the painted or the colorized coins either, especially when it comes to silver. But boy, when that comes to copper, wow, I love it. I've got quite a few other ones. I've got an Aztec and some other ones. But let's go. Like I said, this isn't something I pulled out of my hat. It's something that I ordered and I've been in preparation for. Um, I haven't taken it out of the bag yet, but I have a 2-ounce graphite mold right here. Make sure you guys are pointed in the right direction. Um, I got a couple of crucibles for. I still got to cure that with some borax and heat that up. I haven't got into that yet. I've got a smaller one here. I actually have 2 of those crucibles for pouring, for putting my metal in. There's my little crucible holder right here for holding the bowl, which Capital Currency, thank you very much, by the way. I got an extra 10% off from my furnace, which I'm going to do an open on very shortly here. But this will hold the bowl, and I can melt my metal in there with my MAP gas torch or whatnot, and I can actually pour it in there. But like I said, I've already had molds. I do know that one that I have at 3000 ToAuto comes with one, but I've got this other graphite mold. They're not very big, but I'm assuming that maybe like a half an ounce, maybe a quarter of an ounce. Not sure what sizes those are, but those are some smaller ones that I got. I can't remember because I don't see it on the tag because I do have some gold, which you've been watching my videos. I have some gold that I have did some gold scrapping, like with my breaker scrapper scrapping and what have you. And I'm pretty sure that's a graphite mold for 1 ounce of gold. It's a little bit smaller. It's not for silver. Silver bar would be bigger than that, but that's I'm pretty sure was one that I bought specifically for my gold scrapping that I got. And I'm hoping Capital Currency is still there. Hey, Astrid, thanks for stopping by. It's always good to see the torch dish and learn. This may be something, like I said, I had ordered this a while back, quite a while back. I've got a few other things in here. And the box that I got, I ordered a couple of different things. Look, I'm getting graphite all over the place. I don't remember why I got this or what for it. It's a little crucible dish or a graphite crucible. I don't think that's gonna work with my furnace. I don't know why I got that. I forget. I've got two of those. I think that maybe for something I don't even remember. But I do have two of those, and I've got these. These are graphite rods, and I remember, like I said, I'm going to be probably taking. I want to be able to mix my metal at some point or whatever. I've got two little vials here, and that's a graphite mixing rod. I know I'm correct on that, and I know these are as well. But look how short these are. I like I said, I got these like 2 years ago. Did they come? These two came in a separate little plastic holder. Why would you need a graphite stirring stick that's only like 2 inches long or 3 inches long? Could you answer that for me and help me out with that maybe? I know this is the more the size that I would want when I got my molten metal. If I'm mixing something like maybe to make some rose gold, if I have a little bit of gold in here and I want to pour a little bit of copper in there to make some rose gold, I can take that and get it in there at the right proportions and I can mix that with this. That's what that's for. And the only other thing that I have in here is the borax that came with one of some borax here, and I plan on using this a little bit with my copper. It wasn't meant for that. I think maybe this may be for my dishes. I do know I need to take these dishes and I need to heat them up, and that's probably what this is for, so I can put a nice glaze on these crucible dishes. I got to do that to all of them. But I do know when I melt some copper, it helps in the pouring and gives you a lot cleaner metal pour with the copper. So I'm just gonna put some of that in there. I'm sorry I'm not keeping up with the chat. Hey, AK Brent, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's always good to start with a torch and a dish and learn to see and feel the metal. Yes. Am I visible? Yes, you are, artistry, and I can see you. Make sure you coat it with borax real good. Yes, the crucible dishes. Yes. Uh, happy Veterans Day. Yes, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans that are out there. I appreciate you all, and thank you for your service. Understand currency. I only use the long one for 40% to 60% copper round. The you only use the long graphite rod for mixing 40 and 60%. But what's up with those little short ones that are like 2 and 3 inches long? How can you can't even hold them to mix it? And like I said, here's my graphite molds. I'm not sure of these molds. Why would I have gotten graphite molds like this? I don't remember. I wouldn't have wanted to pour molten metal. I think that's for heating up and melting it, but I'm gonna have to research that a little bit. I'm not sure what the little tiny things are for because I didn't have a furnace up until last week. And like I said, there's my graphite for my gold scrapping when I want to take my 24 karat gold. I've got almost a full ounce, and I intended on using that for that. And here's those two little small graphite rods. Let me throw this off to the side here. And like I was saying, I kind of wanted to show that to anybody that came out here. I know that I've talked about it in a few of my other live streams and videos on my, just getting into buying a furnace and doing this. And it's not because I started the channel. I'm not trying to hype up my channel to get people interested in coming here. It's something that brings me joy and I've been wanting to do. And if you've seen that paper when I ordered that stuff I just showed you, this is back November 7th of 2022, before a year and a half before I even started my channel. I mean, this is just something that I've been wanting to do and I keep putting it off and keep putting it off. And you can't keep putting things off and let life slip by you. You know, I mean, do the things that make you happy, do the things that bring you joy. And me being a content creator and doing all of this that I have behind me and presenting this to you guys, well, I never did a T-Bird alert. Oh, man. It brings me joy to be able to bring joy to somebody else. We got a T-Bird alert right there. There's maybe a little, you get a few people there that would probably cause some convulsions. I better shut that off. I did that. I think I made that real quick on a T-Bird alert when I was talking about getting my furnace, I believe. But over here, I got the map gas, which I've used recently for doing a little bit of my breaker salvage. Um, this T-Bird ain't gonna let me have it because I got my fire bricks. I've got like I think I got one, two, three, I got like five in here out in my garage altogether. I got like close to 15, but I want to be able to. I hope you guys can see that all right. I got like around 15 of them, and I'm gonna make my. I got myself a little workbench that I'm gonna create and set up for outside, so I can demonstrate this and film this for you live when I get a little comfortable. I do know I have to get my furnace out and get it going, and I have to prepare my crucible that it comes with. And this furnace comes with two crucibles. I'm going to keep the smaller one for the silver and the larger one for the copper. And I'm going to keep my metals in their own individual crucibles. I don't want to mix and match. I think if you pour them out and they're clean, they're good. Um, I'm probably going to do, when I do my copper, I may go maybe 50 degrees over the melting point so I keep my metal a little more liquidier for when I go to pour it. I should be all right doing it. And I don't want to do it live right away or make a video right away. Did you say something, Miss T-Bird? Hold on a second. Did you say something to me?
Not in the house.
No, I'm not going in the house. She's giving me a little heck because I was gonna. Oh, this is from my breaker. A breaker. I had a 2 amp, 250 amp 3-pole breaker that I broke down just the other day. Let me see. Okay, I don't want to give a face reveal. See this? I can see my thing over there. I don't know if I'm. Yeah, there we go. You see this sweatshirt, this hoodie Miss T-Bird got me? Everybody knows a bird's the word. Bird, 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 bird's the word. T-Bird's the word. But anyways, I set that up, and it's not a good thing to do this in the house. No, it's not. I'm in the house. I can't do it. I got my some pliers out, and oh man, I got one of those already set up, and it will only take about maybe 5, 6, 7 seconds with that map gas. But out from them that 250-watt 3-pole breaker that I got, I had gotten some of these, and what you see, look at the background here. What you see here, right on the very tip of that, is that silver right there. That's 95 to 97% pure silver. And the same thing on these other ends off from those 3-pole breakers. I got two of them on that prong. And off from those, I'd gotten 3 of those. So there's three pieces like that, and there's 6 silver contacts on there. And by judging about how big they are, they're approximately probably going to be about a gram a piece. I think just a little under. I don't remember. I've got some more, but there's about 6 to 7 grams there possibly. And this is going to be the same thing. Let me set these ones down. So I got a handful here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 in my hand, and one's over there in those visor grips that I use. And I really wanted to get that map gas going, and I wanted to melt one of those off for you. But that's what Mrs. T-Bird was giving me heck, and she's got every right to. They do. This is copper underneath here. This arm, I can't think of the name of it. I know the name of it. I always call it an armature arm. But this arm that's inside the breaker will make contact with the other ones in there when you have high voltage. But like I said, I've got these, and these right here are actually copper. They are copper, but they're coated with silver. Now, if you ever heard of sweet tips, I'm considering maybe, I want to melt off the 95 to 97% silver. Going to debate whether I want to purify it to 999, which I can do through acids in a silver cell that I'm going to be putting together. I've got a fume hood. I've got almost everything I need for a fume hood and a 10 by 10 shed I have outside, but it's going to be a summer project. But I don't know if I can wait that long. I'm excited about it. I really am. It brings me joy. And I'm debating whether I want to. I've only got a couple of ounces of silver shot that's pure 999 silver. So I can't go too far with my silver unless I use the silver like this. And I'm not melting down any of my silver rounds either. I don't do that. But I've got those, and I've got quite a good collection of silver and some breakers. Let me bring you, okay, over here. I gave a few of these away as gifts. I don't think you can see them. Let me bring you up a little closer. I'm going to have to zoom in. I'll zoom you guys back out after. But them are silver contacts from much bigger. They're not household breakers. They're commercial breakers. But each one of these are 2 grams. Um, so that's a 2 gram piece right. I mean, I'm a little disoriented on where I am here. That's a 2 gram piece off from a commercial breaker. And there's that other one I was talking to you about. It may be a little bit more. It's pretty close to. That's 2 grams. That's definitely very close to a gram. Um, but that's from my silver salvage, and this was from a much bigger one. I can't remember where I got it from, but I got like 3 of those. I don't remember, but this is almost a 5 gram piece of pure silver. I could just melt that up in their crucible, and I could have 95 and 97%, a pour and pour it myself. But I don't know. We'll see. I've got a lot of time to do it. I'm gonna practice. Watch this. I'll get Miss T-Bird. Oh, got my Pepsi there. Okay. See, I had you guys all set up. I got my fire bricks there. Miss T-Bird, all I got to do is just turn that on just for a second. Heat that up right there real quick. And the way I have this designed is if I hit this metal, I hope you got, yeah, if I take this map gas torch and hold the silver part, hit that right there, and about 8, maybe 8, 10 seconds, that's going to fall right off. And then I'm going to have my silver. I can just drop the silver in the fire brick, boom, bada bing. Within a few seconds, silver heats up real quick, but it cools off really quick as well. And if anybody knows about taking silver and putting it on ice, it melts ice rather quickly because of its conductivity. If I said that correctly, let me zoom back out here. But I thank you all. Oh my, I got 13 people out here, and I'm not sure. I haven't gone into the chat. Like I said, I changed things up a little bit. Mrs. T-Bird the other day helped me out. She ordered me a couple of trees. You can't see them. It's too bright in here, but I got some flashy lights going on in them. There's many different settings. I reorganized this into a fall harvest time setting, so to speak. I had like a Halloween theme going on. Now I've got the fall harvest Thanksgiving setting mixing in slowly with the Christmas thing. My theme's going to change. I think you all came here to see that opening, and I really appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by. uh, I was in Michael Stacking's live, and he seemed to think that I had opened it maybe, but I hadn't opened it yet. And it's been one of the hardest things I've done. I haven't touched that. It's been sitting here for a week now. And I wanted to thank Capital Currency. Thank you very much, Capital Currency, because I'd asked a little bit, and I know there was like two or three other people that I had related to me as well that they could help me out and what type of furnace to get. And I was actually on My Silver Journeys live stream. Capital Currency was out there, and My Silver Journey gave me a link to Capital Currency. I followed his link, went to his page. I sent him a little email. He sent me a little email back. He gave me a good place where I could get a good furnace to start. Um, I mean, in my eyes, this is a small furnace. I maybe want to get a little bit bigger one, something with propane gas once I get going. I was thinking about doing a 5 pound pour of copper because I got roughly about 250 pounds of raw copper. I want to do 2 ounce rounds. Maybe I'll do 1 ounce rounds. I'm trying to get a hold of a place to try to do up a logo for me um, for my 2 ounce and 1 ounce rounds. Um, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is it back here? My puppy dogs. Yeah, it's behind my puppy dogs. Now my 2 ounce rounds. This is something that Mrs. T-Bird got me with my logo, and that's laser engraved. The lettering on the other side, it's not as it feels. I think it is a sticker. I don't know, but that's my coin, and I want to do a gold pour 1 ounce for myself. I got almost a solid ounce of 24 karat scrap gold. I'm going to do that in a pour, but I need to find a company. I could get a laser thing and I could probably get my own and do it myself, but then I'm talking really big bucks. I think it's going to be cheaper for me to send my logo out to somebody and have somebody make me up my own graphite mold for a 1 ounce and a 2 ounce pour, a round pour. And this is what I want it to be. That's what it's going to be. Um, that's my intentions. But I'm going to stick to the 1 and 2 ounce pours. Definitely for silver. I just want to do 1 ounce pours of silver. I don't really want to do a 2 ounce. Maybe I will someday down the road. Um, 11 likes, 13 people. um, but I still do want to get a 1 pound. I want to stack some copper. I don't want to stack copper because I need to, just because I got so much of it. But I want to be able to maybe make some 1 ounce or some 1 pound bars and maybe just buy some of those stamps and stamp T-Bird on them, 999 pure copper. And I want to be able to stack maybe 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 or 40 bars of copper. I'm not gonna go with a 5 pound. It's just that's too much. But anyways, let's get this done. Let's get this open. You guys are all probably on the edge of your seats like I am as well. I like that knife. I don't know if Weldon Carey was out here, but if Weldon Carey ends up seeing this, I got a little display case with quite a few different knives. I think this one needs to be sharpened. I think I don't have too many flip open knives, but if you don't know Weldon Carey, go check him out. He's on my channel. This is called Smoky Mountain Toothpick. I've had this for quite a little while. It's a nice little knife. Like I said, it's sharp. It'll cut. I cut one of my packages open with it yesterday, but let's not use that. Let's use this. I can't believe it. My first furnace. Something I've been wanting to do, waiting to do. Yeah, I feel like a little kid at Christmas time. I I know what it kind of looks like, but it's sideways. Let me get this lever off. I might have to bring you guys a little closer, maybe. Oh, I got fuzz on the back of my shirt. Must be one of the cats, so I can see it through my. Yeah, let me see here. I'm sorry, I'm probably missing some people. Make sure I don't see. Thank you, Brent. Thank you for being here. Hi, Lisa Anderson. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Let me just try to scroll back here real quick. Yes, Miss. What do you want? Hold on, give me just a second. Mrs. T-Bird wants to whisper something. I already got it out. No, it was a little piece of fuzz. No, she.
I thought it was a sticker.
No, ain't a sticker. I don't know. I think it's from one of the cats. Sorry about that, guys. Alrighty, let's see. I'm not sure which is the top and which is the bottom. I'm a little lost at what to do here. I don't want to break anything. Maybe if I just take this out, turn it like this. Okay, ooh, something fell. I don't know what. Let's get rid of this box. Sorry for all the noise, everybody. Oh, my gloves fell. Okay, look at that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not real impressed with these gloves. I don't know, they're all right. They're all right. Let me tell you, I think I feel a whole lot more comfortable with my other pair of gloves that I got, my real welding gloves. Oh yeah, this one feels like a bulky stuff mitten compared to this nice light glove for welding. I know what I'm going to be using. Okay, eBay, $5. Okay, but anyways, let's see here. I think this is the bottom. I got something down here. Don't know what that looks like. Well, I guess I can scan the bottom. No. Okay, that's better. Let's see the bottom. Okay. At the top, and I think this is maybe my graphite molds. It comes with some molds. I think there's supposed to be like an arrowhead. Hope you guys can see that already. I'm sure I've done a couple of face reveals. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we got a few different. Looks like it's an arrowhead, not really big, a little square one. I don't know the size of these, but a little round one. Looks like a teardrop. This looks like a pretty deep one, a good size one. All different sizes and lengths for like a little bar. I could probably do a few copper bars in those. Yeah. That's nice. I'm going to use those fire bricks and use that map gas torch. I'm going to build myself a little oven to have my graphite molds in there to keep those nice and hot. And here I got my tongs. So I can grab my crucible out of my furnace when my metal's all melted. This is this has got to come out of here somewhere. That's got to be a crucible one. I'm pretty sure they came with two. There's a second crucible. Like I said, I've never gotten a furnace. I've never. Where's my knife? I don't know whether maybe I shouldn't cut this. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Get that out of here. I don't need no plastic. Who else we got? Anybody else coming? And it's a deadly pool versus Wolverine. Wolverine wins. Hey, Beaver and fellow stackers. Doubles Forge, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by, getting out the furnace, checking it out. And went over quite a few other things here. Let me put my glove over there. Like I said, we got there's the actual furnace. I don't need that. Yeah, and I don't know Capital Currency is still out here or not, but I think he has the same furnace. It's the ToAuto. I forget the initials. The initials ain't important, but TRF 3000. It's a TRF 3000, and this, there it is. There's my crucible. Pretty sure it's made out of graphite. So graphite, it's all nice and slick on the outside. That'll end up going inside there. And here's my other. I don't know how much they hold. Happy Veterans Day to everybody out there. So that appreciate you and thank you for your service. Alaskan Assassin Adventures. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Yeah, I got two different sizes, and I think this is going to work out excellent for this ToAuto 3000 I got. As you can see, clearly see the difference. I've got a lot more copper. A lot more copper I'm going to be doing than the silver. So that's going to be perfect, I think, for my silver pours. And that's going to be a lot better for my copper. Because maybe if I get really good at it, I'm going to heat them up. Maybe I can get a couple of 2 or 3 pours before the metal solidifies. Let me just keep that in there and close that down. You see, I ain't gonna plug it in, but I got a little. Can you guys see that down there? That's got the little digital scale that'll tell me the temperature and everything that it's at. And then when I'm ready to pour, and if I got a graphite mold here, this will be almost like a little practice run. If I had my molten copper, my molten silver in there, I'm going to take this out like this with the spigot, the spout right there. I'm going to come down into my mold. And when I get down there, I'm just going to use something to steady my hand. I'm just going to pour it out until I fill it, and then I'm going to stop. If I got a mold right next to it, I'll go to the next one and to the next one before it solidifies. So it doesn't take very long for it to solidify. And once it starts slagging up and solidifying, it's not even worth pouring it because then you're going to make a mess, and it's not the metal's not going to flow into all the 4 corners like it needs to. And I do believe, I think there's something to do with maybe sprinkling with a little baby powder or something. But with my copper pours, I think when I do this, I'm going to use a little bit of my flux and put a little my flux in there to make my metal a little cleaner, a little shinier. But there it is, folks. That's just the extension cord. And looks like I got an owner's manual on how to use it. I think I'm going to go through this anyways. I'm going to be safe about it. I'm going to read it before I do anything. I do know, I'm pretty sure before I do an actual pour, I think I'm going to have to run it without anything in it the first time to season it. I believe I have to season these first before I pour. So I would have to season both of those. I'm going to do the silver right away. This weekend I had a real busy past week and this weekend. And I thought this weekend coming up was going to be a little better weekend for me, but lo and behold, no, it's not. Mrs. T-Bird's going to have a birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. T-Bird. Yes, she is. This weekend is her birthday. So I think this week I'm just going to get my all my stuff together and get organized, get my furnace where I want it out in my garage, get it set up. Um, Maybe somewhere during the weekend I'm going to do a little experimentation without video and anything. I want to get comfortable in doing what I'm doing with the pouring and the metals. Um, so I'm not going to record anything right away. I may, I might, I don't know. I may record it. Who knows? I mean, I'll record it. Yeah, I probably should. Whether I fail or do a good job, not do a good job, I'm not going to do it live, but I'll do maybe some recordings of it. Um, I'll do some sample testing of pouring, melting some copper and doing my first pours. Maybe I'll do that maybe in this graphite mold that came with it, these smaller ones maybe. Or maybe I'll use my, where'd my box go? Maybe I'll use my other graphite molds that I had from before that I purchased way back in 2022 before I even started the channel. Like I showed everybody, I had got this from PMC Jewelries, and the date on this invoice, like I was showing everybody earlier, was dated November 7th, 2022. Like I was saying, and this is the melting crucible dishes and the tongs and the borax and to melt gold and whatnot, because this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Before I even started my channel, it just I just started thinking, what am I waiting for? I need a furnace. That's all I need. I keep putting it off, putting it off. I'm not going to keep putting it off. Life will pass me by if I keep putting everything off. Like I said, if you're something you guys want to do, if you're something you want to experiment with and you want to do, research it, do it. Don't let life pass you by. It'll be here and gone. Come on, I think we're all pretty close to about the same age. You know what you want to do. You know what you can do. You know what makes you happy. Collecting coins makes me happy. Doing content and sharing this with you, sharing with you, my extended YouTube family, brings me joy and makes me happy. Showing you the rounds and the coins that I get, whether they be silver or copper, or even if they may be just something like the coin. Here's a face. Oh, sorry, Miss T-Bird. Whoop, there's a blooper. When Mrs. T-Bird got me, when I first seen this, she got to me. I think a few of you guys seen it. She ordered that for me, and she put my two puppy dogs on there, and she got an old picture about 10 or 15 years ago of me and Miss T-Bird, and it almost made me cry during a live stream. I think there are a few of you guys that were here, and I fought it. I fought it back. Uh, you gotta do the things that bring you joy. No regrets. Don't wait. Don't let time slip by. Because if you do, it'll be here and gone and too late. Now, nobody should jump into this wholeheartedly without doing their research. If you guys are gonna do something, which I have, now this is only a BC fire extinguisher, but I brought this in from my garage to show you guys. This isn't something. I've got things. I am prepared. I am still preparing. Like I said, I grew up around a garage. I've worked. I've had 3 years of metal shop. I've had 2 years of auto body mechanics, which I graduated from. I got a degree in it. Um, I've got experience in doing what I'm doing. And like I said, I really wanted to have you. I've done it, but it ain't safe because there is copper behind here. I was going to take my MAP gas torch, and it would only take probably about 8 to 10 seconds. I was going to get that little hunk of silver off in there. I've done it once in the house before, and I don't notice it as much because I'm more used to it. But Mrs. T-Bird could smell it, and just by me kicking on my little torch here, I don't know if you guys can see me. Woo! The minute I turned that on, she goes, "What are you doing in there?" And I said, "Nothing." So I caught a little bit of heck. Beautiful dogs. Great picture of you too. Thank you, Bella Sports. Oh, Mrs. T-Bird's in the house. I know she was in the other room. She was listening on the big TV, and I could hear myself in there. Turn that down a little bit. Oh, I know what I else want to tell you guys too. I ain't gonna get right into it right away, but a few of you can probably tell me what that is. Come on, somebody's got to know what that is. That scrap. I got a lot of aluminum too. I don't intend on, nor have I ever intended on doing aluminum. I think this is a little chunky. Maybe I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I can cut that up in a jigsaw that I got, and I don't know if I can drop that into a crucible. And how well that's gonna melt. I don't know, but this is some thinner aluminum. But I know there's a few other people that I am subscribed to. I'm not going to name any names, and there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. And it's probably a quicker, cheaper, easier way to do it. I mean, of course, these hadn't cost me anything. I didn't go to the store and buy them, but I've got a lot of this scrap aluminum. I've got a lot of scrap aluminum. Um, I got these tractor trailer braces that I got from 10 years ago. I ain't gonna melt those down, but them are they go in between a tractor trailer for load locks to stop the cargo from going back and forth. I got like I don't know 75 of them. I've got a lot of copper and scrap, or sorry, not copper. I got a lot of copper too, but I got a lot of old scrap aluminum. I'm probably gonna get rid of that aluminum and sell it to a salvage place when the price of aluminum goes up. I got roughly about 250 pounds of copper, but I still have a lot of aluminum. And I don't know. I know a few people do it, and I heard it's a little more difficult to do aluminum. I'm not really an aluminum person, but I might dabble with it. I just want to do the copper and the silver pours. Not sure else who get some, Brett. Yes, sir. Yes, you did, Mr. T Bird. What I do? I think she heard me and she saw me. She saw me turn the torch on. Sorry, Miss T Bird. Love you. Uh oh, she's not answering. I know she loves me. All those things she gets from me and buys from me, she's got it. But anyways, broke that open. Got her ready. This weekend ain't a good weekend either. Last weekend wasn't. By the time next weekend, I am going to try to dabble with it a little bit out in the garage. I got to get something set up and secure to put my furnace on. To get my, let me get in a little closer here. To take my fire bricks and get my fire bricks all set up. I'm gonna make a little oven with them so I can put my graphite molds in. So, like say for an example, I've got enough fire bricks to where I can orchestrate orchestrate a type of oven where I can put that in there and I can have a spot open to where I'll be able to take my whoops. Oh, you guys can't even see. I'm sorry. I can construct a little oven like that and with some more fire bricks on top of it to where I can have my map gas torch or my other propane torch right on my graphite mold to keep it nice and hot, to keep it at temperature just before I pour. And once I do that, I can very easily take the top piece off. And once I'll have my gloves on, of course, and I can take my bottom piece off, and this will be open, and I'll have an easy access area, whether I'm using this mold or whether I'm using one of my other molds. I wouldn't be using that mold because that mold's for my 1 ounce gold bar that I'm going to pour for myself. It's going to be mine. It'll be my first one. It's going to be a plain Jane, but that'll stay on there and I'll pour it. Of course, not going to be no copper in that one. But maybe one of my other molds that I got that I bought back in 2002. I'll maybe experiment a little bit with maybe these smaller molds and maybe these longer bars. I'll do a few maybe this weekend, maybe, and maybe I'll make a video of it. I'll post it. Um, and as I get more comfortable and better with it, and I feel comfortable with my setup and how everything's going, um, maybe I'll start doing some live streams on doing some pouring. Like I said, I've been researching this and I've experienced with working with metal since I was a teenager, 16, 17 years old, welding and soldering stuff and melting metals. Not to pour, but I've got some experience with it, and I've done a lot of research over the past 2 to 3 years, and researching stuff, learning stuff. And I'm not going to jump right into something I don't know. I want to be safe about it. That's why I showed you you know, the fire extinguisher that I've got for out in my garage for when I'm out there. I want to be prepared for any circumstance. I want to have my base set up for my furnace and in a location where it's permanent, where it's got a nice secure area. I want to be able to make sure I'm melting things at the proper temperature, at the right temperature. I want to be able to know that I can have this furnace in a said location to where it's not going to be moving around, to where when I'm ready to pour, I'm ready to melt. I've got everything, all my T's and all my T's crossed, all my I's dotted, to where I can pick this up. Let's pretend I'm just picking this up. I wouldn't be doing something like this during a live stream, trying to take this one handed, but I want to be able to have everything situated to where you can see with the camera, where I can steady myself, to where I've got something where I've got whether I got silver, and I can very easily, with my gloves on, fire extinguisher off to the side in case we need, and do my pours smoothly and efficiently and safely. Safety is always number one. You don't want to be unsafe. And just so you guys know, not to go back in my history a little bit, but I worked for a place that made die casting aluminum parts for about a year, back in the latter part of the 90s. Um, Trust me, they had some machinery there that wasn't quite up to OSHA specs, but I don't know if you can quite see it. Um, but that's a big scar right there. There's no hair there. That's from a molten piece of slag that came out, that popped out of their furnace of their machine and hit the ceiling and came down and landed on my shirt, a hoodie like this, and went right through my shirt. And it wasn't a fun time. I didn't go to the doctors or anything, but I was fine. But accidents can happen, and you want to try to be as safe as possible with what you do when you do it. But anyways, I don't know if anybody new came out. I think we got the same crew. Everybody's still in here. If I'm missing anybody, I know we got the artist stream. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you, Bella Sports. I hope everybody's enjoyed the content I'm putting out there in this video and this live stream. Thank you, Fred Harrison, for stopping by. Yes, you can't wait to see me melt and pour. Boy, I can't wait to melt and pour either. Yeah, slag is great. Yeah, I hope to learn. Absolutely, brother. Uh, Thank you, AK Brent. Appreciate you coming in. Michael Stacken, howdy, howdy. Are you just getting here, Michael? Tell me it ain't so. You missed it all? I hope not. I hope you've been watching, my brother. I left this stream a little bit early so I could get myself a little situated in doing this live stream, this opening. But I know if Michael just popping in, Michael Stacken, if you're not subscribed to Michael Stacken, go check him out. I don't know if I have any. Yes, I got a mod. Brent, you can grab Michael Stacken's channel. Uh, Grab his channel and throw Michael Stacken's channel up. Michael's an awesome guy. I listen to the Michael and Nancy show every night on the way coming home. 90% of the time, I always kind of talk back and forth. I didn't do it so much tonight because sometimes my Bluetooth doesn't connect to my phone. It wouldn't stream, it wouldn't cast over to my LCD screen inside my car to where I can read my chat really well. All I could do is touch my mic button on my phone tonight to speak to text, and I couldn't really see who was out there. So I think you were out there, Brent, and I apologize by not saying hi to you directly. You know I wanted to, brother. You know I wanted to. I just couldn't and do it safely. But in my car, I usually will able to press a button on my steering wheel if my phone is synced to my Bluetooth in my car, and it casts my video from my phone to my LCD screen, and it's in big text and I can see it a lot better. And I can actually just press my button while driving and speak. Now it doesn't always say exactly what I wanted to say, but most of you get the point across. Let's see, 11. Now I'm gonna probably get. I don't know how long have I actually been on here? Oh my! Well, 55 minutes. Woo! How time flies when you're having fun. That's right. Like I said, everybody, you guys are all my extended family. I always want to bring you. I know you. If you go to my channel, you're going to see a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But it is basically going to be stacking. I got to get back into showing more of my coins and doing more of bringing some research or some coins I've done, in depth, little in depth dives on it, on certain coins and things that I have, and I bring you a little learning lesson on them. I mean, look at this beauty right here. This is only a clad coin, but it's a nice one. It's a 1974S. It's can't I don't got my glasses. I think it's a proof 69 decam. Let me see. I can look at my phone. I can get it a little closer. Yeah, this is only a clad, but it's a nice coin. I got this at a garage sale. The scratch, you can scratches, but it's not on the coin. It's on the slab. I'm not a big slab guy. I've got a 1883 Carson City in a slab. I got this. This is a little vintage one. That's a beautiful coin right there. That's emergency production, MS70, American Silver Eagle. That's a beauty. That's gonna be worth some. It's gonna be worth some money in that one of these days. That's silver. I love coins like that. I've got many of them. I've got to go through all my American Silver Eagles because I do have a lot of them. I have some W's. And not sure which one this one is. Let's see. Is that a 2000? I think this is a 19 something. I can't read it. What year is that? Somebody tell me. I got to get my glasses updated. I'll tell you what it is. That's why I got this little magnifier right here. It's a 2015. Yeah, 2015. Jeez. But I've got the American Silver Eagles. I think I've got every one. I've got some in the 87, 88, 89s, 90s. I think I've got every one. I'm not mistaken. I don't show them all. But I've got a few of them scattered out here and there. Well, it's been an hour, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Love y'all. You're my extended family. Like I said, you guys bring me joy, and I want to be able to share some of my experiences, what I love and enjoy doing. Don't wait till it's too late. Be yourself and do what makes you happy, but be safe about it. And I'll be bringing you guys some nice metal pouring here shortly. I do enjoy a lot of people that are out here. I watch a lot of videos and people pouring. I don't always comment because a lot of times I'm watching them and on my phone or something or listening while I'm going to work. I'll play a video of somebody's and I'm listening to it, and it brings me enjoyment just listening to some of you people out there like Capital Currency. But much love to all of you. I appreciate you all. I'm going to say goodbye to every one of you. If you haven't subscribed, which I'm pretty sure every one of you are subscribed, doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost anything. Hit that, smash that like button. I really appreciate you. It help my channel and will help me to help you to bring more content and keep all this going. Thank you, Fed Harrison, for stopping by. Appreciate you. Thank you, Michael Stacking. I really appreciate you, brother. I'm really glad that you stopped by. You said you're probably going to go to bed early. You're always fibbing. I bet you Nancy's to bed though. Yes, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and everybody have a good night. Thank you, Brother Brent. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Ed Harrison. Let's see. I know we had some more. Mishy stacking. Mishy was supposed to be out here. He was said he was going to be on lunch. He might have been out here. I feel bad if I didn't say hi to him and he's popped in. Thank you, Artistry, for stopping by. I appreciate you. Um, I hope somebody got a little. Sudha Gupta, I didn't see him. I don't know if he's still out here. No, he had to come in. He came out. Goodbye. Yeah. All righty. Lisa Anderson, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, Lisa. Thank you so much. I know I see you from time to time out in different places. Sometimes on Michael Stacking and other people's channels on their live streams. And thank you, Mrs. T Bird. Thank you so much. I love you the best. You're my bestest. You're the one that keeps me on the straight and narrow. You're the one that keeps me, my feet on the ground. When I step out of line, don't you worry. She snaps me into line. Alrighty, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for stopping by for my opening of my ToAuto. Thanks for watching my silver breakers. What I planned on wanting to do. Probably gonna do a video on taking the silver off of those. Or if I do a live, I'll have to do it outside my garage because I don't want to make the fumes in here. Um, and once I get a little more better with this, I'll be doing some live streams with some pouring. Gonna be some copper coming up. Alrighty, gang. T-Bird out. Have yourselves a good night. God bless. In 5, 4, 3. I'm gonna say good night. 2, 1. Good night, Al. T-Bird out.